important as working with numbers, and that's where strings come in. They are objects that hold sequences of characters like words and sentences. In this video, we will learn what strings are, how to join them, how to interact with numbers, and how do they interact with numbers, and how to handle special characters. But before we dive in, if you enjoy learning Java in this channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the like button. It will help me keep making more tutorials like this. So a string is basically a sequence of characters that wrapped by double quotes. Just to give you an example, let's say we have a string which we call greeting, a variable declaration, and we initialize that string with hello Java, and we end that statement with a semicolon in the end of the line. So we could execute that, and you will see that you will get not really an answer at the left bottom corner. We could say we want to print that out, as we learned in the previous videos, and then we can make that visible in the command line. Some specific methods which you could use when you're handling with strings is, for example, first the length method. You can say, for example, greeting length, and it's basically an integer value, and say length of greeting and print it out. Then you will get the length of that whole string, which is 12 characters. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12, you will get the amount of characters inside of this string. And the double quotes are excluded, so they are not counted. We can also say, instead of length, we say uppercase, and that it's obviously not anymore an integer value, it's a string. Let's call it var1, so variable 1, and you will see that every character inside that string is now uppercase. We could also say vice versa, to lowercase, to make every letter to lowercase. Other useful methods are, for example, the char at, which you can use like, okay, we take greeting.index, we say greeting.char at, and we want to get char at that position, I don't know, 4. And if we get char at, then you will get a character, so that's why you need a char data type, and say our variable is called letter, and we can print that out. Now, as you can see, we did not say print line. That's the reason why it's in one line. So we could say above here print line and print line to ensure that every execution or every print line operation is written in the new line. Other methods are, for example, as well, index of substring. This you can use then, for example, like greeting index of. And let's say we want to get the part with Java, and it's a variable which returns an integer. That's why we call our data type int. And if you execute that, you will get the number 7. The reason is H is position 0, E is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is for Java. And strings can also be joined together using the plus operator or the concat method. Just to give you some examples, that's our first variable is string. First is hello, our second one is world, and we want to join them together, and that's why we call it result. First plus double quotes, make a space in between, again a plus, second value, system out line, and we put the result inside here. And if we execute that, you will see that these two values concatenated together with a space in between, and the result is hello world. We can also say result 2 and call it first value concat, make a space in between as well, and concat again, and put the second value afterwards, copy system.println, and you will see that this result is same as before. You can also concatenate numbers with strings. In that case, Java automatically converts the numbers into text. Just to give you some examples again, let's say string txt, and it's 5 as a string, not of data type 5, and we can say int x and say value 10 system print or print line and say txt plus x. Let's execute that, and you see that 5 plus 10 is not 15, it's 510 as a string. So it's not a number, it's a string. So it's basically concatenated together, but not added together. So we can also do it vice versa, x plus txt Let's execute that. So we changed the order of the concatenation. That's why we get 105 as a string, as I said, not as an integer or any number. It's still a string. So if you want to use special characters inside your string, then you have to use the escape character, which is the backslash. To do that, or just to give you an example, what is a special character? Let's say string quote. Let's say he said Java quote. Java is awesome, or let's say C. So basically everything like quotes or any control symbols which you can use inside a string, you can put those into your string variable, but then if you use those, you have to use the escape character or the backslash character in most programming languages. So if we print those, and to make you understand what's the output of those strings, is that the backslashes are not visible anymore. Right? If you are those, and also the \n means put it into the next line, so make a line break, and that's why you get line 1 in one place, line 2 and line 3 in upcoming rows. Okay, to summarize, string storage text in Java, you can use them with plus operations or the concat method. Numbers are automatically turned into strings when combined, and you can use escape sequences to handle quotes, slash, or line breaks, and so on. There are many others, but for now, as a beginner, it's enough to know those which I presented you. And I hope you liked the video. And as I said in the beginning, I would be happy if you like and subscribe. We will see you in the next video, and goodbye. Goodbye.